Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Real Talk, No Sugarcoat. I am your host, Ava. I'm going to tell you a little about this show. Hey, this show is designed to be raw, real, uncensored. We're going to talk about everything from the highs to the lows for it. So, hey, please stay tuned. We're coming live here shortly. I do have a special guest in the building, so you will be introduced to them here shortly. So, stay tuned. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. Hey, there's gonna be a short delay, but hey, thank you for so much for coming back to Real Talk, No Sugarcoat with Eva. So my special guest, I have BMNP in the building. So big problems, no big money, no problems. So follow them on Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms. So they're going to be joining us here. We're going to have a very detailed conversation about intimacy. So intimacy is our conversation for the day. So I'm going to give them an opportunity to come up on the screen, introduce themselves, and then we'll go ahead and go in.
Yo.
How are you?
How y'all doing?
I am good.
Hey.
What about yourself?
Oh, we good, man. So just give y'all a quick little intro on one half of the host of that Big Money No Problem Talk podcast, man. We like to say AKA our shows write themselves podcast. And I'm the one half, Chuck, AKA Big Will, man. Appreciate y'all for having us on.
For sure. On the other half, AG, aka Mr. Ileana Jones, you know what I mean? Crossing them state lines from Illinois to Indiana. You feel me? We appreciate it. We appreciate the love.
Welcome. Hey, thank you all for joining me. So we're going to go ahead and get into this thing. So our topic today is intimacy. So how this is going to operate, we're going to go over two questions. We're going to get a person from the audience. We're going to go over that. But conversation is going to be more so back and forth between us two. So I will say the first question I want to start with you guys. I know that you guys did a video on intimacy. Mm-hmm. We're going to take a spin off of this. So first question that I want to ask y'all, hey, intimacy. Have you really, truly ever experienced a true, intimate relationship?
Go ahead, AG.
Well, I'm a be, you know what I'm saying? When you say intimacy, what do you mean by intimacy? Intimacy is,
there's different kinds. So hey, I'm glad that you specified that. So with intimacy, there's 4 types. You have emotional, you have physical, you have spiritual, and you also have emotional. I think I actually mentioned that. So you actually have intuitive intimacy. But so the question is, true intimacy, that is a true bond with your mate. That is, hey, you're vulnerable. It's a trust. It is, hey, if you have true intimacy with your mate, it doesn't matter what they say, what they do, you bow to their needs. So have you ever experienced that within a relationship? If so, hey, look, how was it?
I say, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm experiencing it now. So to speak. You know what I'm saying, in my relationship now. You feel what I'm saying? But this is the thing. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, hey, that's good because most people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see the thing about being intimate. It's like you said previously. It's the whole, the understanding background to it. It's you understand who you're dealing with. You gotta learn your partner to know your partner. In order to be actually intimate with your partner.
Yeah, and I can honestly say, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to get AG because you took my next part, but we're going to hit on that. But yes, you have to be there completely with that partner. So, Chuck, go ahead and give me your experience.
Yeah, you can say I have. Like I said, I'm in a relationship right now as well. And this is my second time around in terms of a serious relationship. And I can say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now I have before. I think it was a mirage of intimacy where you try to let that intimacy kind of be the forefront of a lot of the issues. So you thinking it's intimacy when it's really not. So I can honestly say now, yes, But back then, no. That's probably because it would like AG said, it's so broad with that term of intimacy because it's a lot that goes down to bring yourself into that fold of intimacy. It's a lot. It's a lot that's needed for real.
Definitely. And that's kind of one thing that we're going to drill into today is, sex. A lot of people hear intimacy and automatically think it's that physical intercourse that you have with your partner, and it's so much more. I believe that even physical intercourse, there still has to be an emotional connection. There still has to be so many other things that go along with it to actually have that full fulfillment and have that true intimacy with that partner.
Well, physically, what I'm saying, is the best part. Well, we'll say the best part, but it's the easiest part though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Like when you put it in terms of foreplay, people get foreplay misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? Foreplay ain't just, let me kiss and lick. You know what I'm saying? Foreplay is everything that got you to the moment of, you know what I'm saying, even physically, you know what I'm saying, the physical enticement.
That's true.
That's
true because we all know, we've all been there. Like, yeah, good, but you done knocked out a few in your years. Hey, we all have. Hey, this is no judgment. This is no sugarcoating. We all have. But and that's something too that we're going to dig into of, hey, we all had those flings, but we were able to take ourselves close to that interval. We're going to try to figure out, hey, how did we get there? I mean, hey, is it something that you guys think that we can control, or does it just happen?
I think it has to be to a point to where I don't feel like it should be controlled, and I feel like a lot of people are scared to get to that moment because when you fear giving your all and putting 100 into somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's going to make it difficult to really master intimacy. So if you're not willing to open up, be vulnerable, and share a lot of that, that's gonna make it very, very hard to be like, now I can be intimate with you and I can have those lovely moments with you. And I think once we start to understand, I think to me that's the root of how we get there. You know what I'm saying? Start really understanding, do we really believe in this person enough to want to get there? And I think that's a question that needs to be asked amongst all of us.
Yes. That is a good piece because you have to have that trust. You have to have that understanding, and hey, honestly, that is one thing that I'm actually going to mention at the end of my show, and I'll go ahead and mention it now, is that I do believe to have that true intimacy. A lot of people, like we already mentioned, don't know how to get there. The biggest thing that I can tell people is to be truthful and honest up front.
Yes.
You got to have a partner know that, hey, Blake, what are my turn-ons? What are my turn-offs? If you don't know me, you can get in the bed with me and turn me off very quickly. We've all been there. So
we kind of alluded to that. I know me and AG done had some conversations and some shows on that as well. That's the thing that needs to be talked about. I'm glad you brought that up because just asking, some people get offended by that though, because it's always, well, you should know. Nah, I don't know. It's the reason why I'm asking. So and then you got some who choose to try to make it where you got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. Why I got to figure it out if I'm trying to get to that level with you and I'm trying to do everything in my power to put myself in position to be in that level with you. So I think we do got to get to that. To the bottom of that of why is it an issue when people ask? I think people be afraid to ask because it's just different for some people to just ask.
And then why is it such a stigma on it? Because generally, you know what I'm saying, if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying, generally women don't have to ask for the most part. You know what I mean? So why is it? Why is it even a position or a situation to where, you know what I mean, us as men, why we have to ask? You know what I'm saying? Why don't, you know what I'm saying, you just put it, you know what I'm saying, let us know.
But you know what? I'm going to answer that for myself. I can't answer for all women, but there's different kind of women out there. Hey, that's going to be a later topic on Real Talk, No Sugarcoat. But me, a person like me, I like the authority. So of course I would like a man to lead it. So it's like, we're actually going into our next question because I actually watched the video that you guys did on intimacy. the biggest thing that popped out to me is the question about why do men always got to start first? However, I don't want you guys to answer that. My thing is, what I really want you guys to answer, if a true woman that was, your mate, hey, she's there for you. If she really took over, would you really be willing to be vulnerable to her?
To hell yeah.
Would you truly be able? Because okay, at least in my eyes, hey, look, you give me okay to take over. That's like you giving me the dick for the day. Like, hey, I get to choose every position. I get to choose. You really are able to be that vulnerable?
And that's not go ahead, AG.
We PC out here, you know what I'm saying? I say what I mean, the true answer to that comment, but you know what I mean, without, you know what I'm saying, you going, you know what I mean, extra, without you violating me. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I mean, sometimes, sometimes it's like, all right,
but
hey,
that's not that's not submitting though. Y'all have us do some crazy stuff sometimes.
That's real. I give you that one. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
I'm not making, even if when I'm in charge, when I'm leading the role, you know what I'm saying, I'm not making you be in submission. I'm you know what I mean, I'm doing what it takes to please you. You see what I'm saying? So you know what it takes to please me. Go ahead and do it.
And to me, that's I think that's the confusion. I think that some people, that's the confusion that some get when we talk about the control. It's more so with us asking and talking about like the initiating of it. If you know we laying down and we together and we in a good space at that moment and we just vibing and you feel like it, it's okay to grab on something. It's okay to put that big hint out there that you're ready to make a move. Like, so that's my thought process on it. Like I get it, but at the same time, I feel like I think most men would like to, you know what I'm saying, would put themselves in a position to be that submissive if it came down to it in that aspect.
Straight up, it's like
I'll give y'all that.
Women do certain little things like now you might scrunch your, you know what I mean, your butt over, you know what I'm saying. But I still gotta, you know what I mean, reach over and, you know what I mean, start grabbing and fondling, you know what I mean? And no, if you know what I mean, you want it to, man, hey, reach your hand over and, you know what I'm saying, do what I normally do. We want to be appreciated as we want to feel, you know what I mean, like you got us as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Hey, I can't complain about that. But to truly pleasure somebody, I'm gonna come back at you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can do it with your own self. But if I wanted to pleasure you in every aspect, she wanted to bring out toys, she wanted to bring out food, would you be against it?
Hell no, I'm with it.
Yeah, ain't no issues with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as ain't no toys being used on me, I'm good.
Again, don't violate.
Why not, Chuck?
Yeah, that's it, really.
Well, okay. So let's go over violate because there is a trust us as mates. We in the club.
That's true.
Whatever happens.
I don't don't violate me.
But AG, if you get agreement like, hey, look, baby, please me, would you be against it? And look, I know, and that's the thing.
Now, what was that question? What was that question you just asked though? You said if I said, baby, please me. Now, when I say please me, just as well as you would say, please, baby, please me. Know what it, you have to understand too. What did you say about, I'm saying, true intimacy is when, both partners know each other and what it takes to please each other.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah.
If I say please me, you know what it takes to please me, and no further than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I think that's another thing. Guys automatically think that violation is, hey, we're gonna go towards the booty hole. We don't want to go. We don't always want to go there. We don't want to go there. There's so many other things that we could do to almost stimulate a true orgasm for a guy. And I don't think that some guys are.
I mean,
I want to actually hit on that on my. my after hours. I'm going to show you 5 items.
That rear entry, you know what I mean? We good. You know what I mean? As long as everything is, you know what I mean, on the up and up is, you know what I'm saying, you addressing my manhood, we fine. I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't no problems at all. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? It still goes back. It still goes back to what you said. It's like, long as we both know what each other want. And then to me, that's still a conversation when you're talking about trying to get to that full potential intimacy in that format is just the conversation. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what we doing, or how far are we going with it? You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it could be something just a kiss down the body or sucking on, you know what I'm saying, some nibbles and playing with that and things of that nature of a man and everything like that. And so I think, yeah, if it's within that range, I don't see no issue with it. Yeah, we all for it. We all for it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
See, look, now I will tell y'all are answering for probably about 40% of the male possible. I don't think they would be willing to do that. I don't think they would be willing to.
You would be. You would actually be surprised. You know, like I tell a lot of women. You know what I mean? See, this is the thing that, you know what I mean, a lot of women get misconstrued. See, we talk to more men than y'all talk to. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Being men, you know what I'm saying? We talk to more, and a lot of us men, you know, we be in different circles of men. You know what I mean? And you said 40%, but you know what I mean, 90% of the different circles of men that I talk to, hell, we all agree. It's just that, you know what I mean, when we say like our show, why do we have to always initiate? You know what I mean? It's just a lot of times women don't really know that they should initiate.
But and I honestly, I just jumped over to the comments, and Miss J said it best. That she thinks that a lot of men they don't know what they are into because of their ego. So,
and I agree with that.
Yes,
I agree with that.
Guy to a guy. When it comes to a female, y'all will look what you guys did to me. Don't violate me. What? I just want to rub your ball with some ice. That's not no violation. I might go down a little bit.
It's not. It's not
but you have to go to the bar.
Not at all. Yeah.
But you know what I mean, intimacy is also, you know, is also communication. You know what I mean? So when I meet you, you know what I'm saying? When I meet you and I court you, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about, you know what I mean, kids we got, you know what I mean, our dreams and ambitions, you know what I mean? Then we're gonna get to that hesitant conversation of, you know what I mean, sexual relations. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's when you're supposed to let it out. Like, hey, you know what I mean? This is what I'm into. Are you into this? You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? And then you and your mate, and if it's not a good grab, then you know what I mean, you're supposed to move on anyway.
Oh my, no, but okay, I agree with that, but I also know the fact that that's me, Chuck, a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I agree
nowadays,
a little bit.
one of the first conversations that you have.
Oh, it's open. I can honestly say, in this day and age, that conversation is open. You know what I'm saying? It's in the music, it's on TV heavy. It's everywhere possible. So the conversation is to be had. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think some of us with some of these some of our old school mindsets, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? They feel like it's taboo to have that type of conversation. And I don't think it's taboo no more. I think sometimes when you're trying to reach a certain level of intimacy with your partner and everything like that, there's certain things you got to be able to and willing to submit to keep everybody happy in that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, to me, that's how you reach that level. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be in a relationship where shit gets so stagnant to where it's like, damn, it's boring now because we keep doing the same stuff, or it's boring now because we keep doing this, we keep doing that. You got to be able to break that mold a little bit and have a little fun. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like, I'm sorry, my bad, Chuck. I didn't mean to cut you off. Then, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, you know what I mean? When you're being intimate, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to fall into a routine. You know what I'm saying? Once you start, you know what I mean? Once you start falling into a routine, it becomes, you know what I mean, far from being pleasurable, it becomes a task. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want your sexual situation to be a task. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Again, it's what we were saying, like, you know what I mean? How come, you know what I mean, can you initiate? You know what I mean? Because all right, we're gonna follow to the same routine. All right, we're gonna get in the bed and I'm gonna roll over. I'm gonna put my arm around you. I'm gonna touch you a little bit to see if your body, you know what I'm saying, quiver, quiver a little bit. You know, okay, okay, her body moved. We green for go.
Mm-hmm.
Her body ain't move. Oh no, I ain't even gonna push the issue right now.
But okay, but you know what? I think as females, we give it to you in a different way. That is play. I think it's a part of foreplay. Like, hey, I'm going to play hard. You should know me. You should be able to tell by my body language that, hey, whether I want it or I don't want it. So when you do roll over and you put that arm away, what did my ass do? Did my ass toot up a little bit?
And that's what I said.
I
gotta figure out
our signs that I'm.
If your body's shaking, you know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out if your body she into it, you know what I mean? If your body ain't moving, if you don't scoot your ass over, you know what I'm saying? Oh damn, she ain't with it. But you know what I mean? It would set a whole lot of problems, you know what I mean? A whole lot of, you know what I mean, deciding on our end, you know what I mean, to the side. If you just say, hey, baby, can you give me something tonight?
That's what I want to ask.
You will be before that.
Let me ask the people chiming in and ask Ms. Ava too, from a male perspective to a woman perspective. Should moods, like the mood of how you feeling that day and everything, should that affect the intimacy?
Hell yes.
So, and this is the reason why I'm asking. The reason why I'm asking is because we all go through a day. So within a day and everything like that, it's a lot that goes on within that day that can cause moods to be what they are. And then when you finally get home, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, on the woman's side of the menu, sometimes the mood of how that day was, and I get you, Ms. J, with the energy, sometimes the energy could be off. And if the energy is off, but the thing is, the reason why I say that is because when the energy is off and we have reached the level of intimacy in terms of feelings and everything and where we need to be, do you believe that in that moment, the energy of the day, in my opinion, shouldn't matter? If we feeling how we feeling, and that's how we had a bad day. So because we both had bad days, let's cap off this bad day with a good intimacy moment to enjoy.
Yes, that's how it's supposed to be. But you know, hey, it's not like that.
It don't work that way.
It should be, you know.
I think that's more of a male thing, you know what I mean? Like, see, for males, you know what I mean, sex is stress relief. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but y'all don't be realizing it sometime until, you know what I mean, until y'all getting it. You know what I mean? We already know. Hey, I'm gonna tell fam. I'm gonna say, hey, man, I'm gonna go home, man. Shit, I'm gonna go. Hey, nigga, I had a hard day. I'm gonna go ahead and wear my, you know what I mean, wear her out tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
The females are the same. Hey, look, don't get me wrong. We will sugarcoat it and be like, But as soon as we hear you snoring, guess what them fingers are doing? Them fingers are going to town. So that's just to me, Captain. Like,
why are them fingers working when all you had to say was, babe, hey, relieve this stress. Why am I going to sleep snoring and the fingers click clacking? You know what I mean? You working your mouse, you know what I'm saying? And all you had to do was open your mouth and say, hey, babe, I need that.
Exactly. And that's all we be, and that's why we had that conversation on our show when we talked about that, because, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of, what you just said right there, it almost feels like it goes back to that initiation question. You know what I'm saying? Who was initiating it? Because just because we sleep don't mean we can't wake up in the middle of the night and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling how you feeling. So, it's
we don't like rejection. We don't like rejection.
If we intimate with each other, who will reject that? We live with each other. We land in the same bed together.
Now, this is the thing. You know what I mean? Now, y'all, hey, if you heard something creeping in the other room, you know what I mean? You gonna nudge and say, "Babe, wake up." You hear that?
Exactly.
So what makes you say?
Y'all gonna be like, "Why y'all wake me up?"
What make you think? What make you think
know
you
you
wake me up talking about, hey, baby, this thing over here ready for you? You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, what you mean?
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay.
But
I'm
again,
up.
hey, most men are going to kind of be, hey, what you wake me up for? I hear you snoring, I touch you, you can be like, don't bother me. But if we be aggressive, that's another problem. You shoo me off, hey, now I grab it and I'm like, give me this dick. It's another problem.
Hey,
So I mean,
and that's the
it
thing.
all,
Yeah, it all
it all goes
depends.
Hey, hold on, Chuck, because I don't know what type of men they used to dealing with there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
see that
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean?
most dudes are not like y'all. Most dudes need to come to you guys on your platform because most dudes are not like that. I'm telling y'all talking to Tyrone, Jyrone, whoever the hell in the back, but when they come in us as a female, it's like,
Well,
you
know
gonna
what I mean? Hey, yeah, what a wise man told me, you know what I mean, when I was complaining about, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I mean, the issues I was having, he was like, man, you fishing, but you need to go to a different, you need to go to a different lake, a different, you know what I mean, creek then, you know what I mean, because whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever body of water that you fishing out of, you fishing out the wrong one.
that could be it. But I will tell you, half of the females, and I'm sure half of the females in the chat, they would be delighted to run into somebody as you two, but we don't run into that. We run into dudes.
Now, and the thing is, I think the problem is because when you're talking about intimacy, I think a lot of dudes, because like I said, with that word comes vulnerability. And you got a lot of men out here who are truly, truly afraid sometimes to be vulnerable because they trying to fit that stereotype. You got some women who, you too soft if you vulnerable. And you got some, you know what I'm saying? I need me a tough guy and I need this to be in charge and later and this, that, and the other. And I think right now it's a confusion between the men and the women and when it comes to a lot of that, because when you're talking about intimacy, like I said, it's a broad term and we talking about it right now in just the bedroom set of it. But from an overall totality of it, it's almost like we got to start to clear up, you know what I'm saying, the meaning of that. You know what I'm saying? Start talking to individuals and being like, you know what, man, when we talking about intimacy, we ain't talking about, nah, you ain't no punk. Nah, you just, hey, you vulnerable with the woman that you feel like you got the most intimacy with. So you should be able to break yourself down a little bit and enjoy yourself when it comes to that. And you're not going to be a punk about that. You're not going to be soft about that. Just go out there and just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do and enjoy yourself. So I think it's coming. I think we got to start clearing up that confusion because the mentality is we need these hood dudes and we need these thugs and we need all that. You ain't going to get that with them. You getting what you asked for at the end of the day.
The crazy thing is, man, you know what I'm saying, the hood, the thugs, you know what I mean? I done been all that. You know what I'm saying? Even in my most, you know what I'm saying,
exactly.
my street moments, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna deal with all this out here, but when I get home with my girl,
come on, man.
No shit. Hey, you know, hey, I've been on the street fighting and shit. You know, when I get home with my girl, hey, baby, turn some music on. I'm in there dancing with her. You know what I mean? We step out. You know what I mean? We go out. You know what I mean? Hell, me and my girl just went to a concert. You know what I mean? Last weekend. We probably, you know what I mean, standing up in the rows. You know what I mean? We dancing the most. You know, to me, that's intimacy. You know what I'm saying? That right there is intimacy. You know what I'm saying? That we having a good time when it's me and you, we in our own bubble, we in our own world. You know what I mean? That's intimacy.
I'm glad that you guys brought that up because that's actually going to be our next piece. So we're actually going to take a short break. But the one thing that we're going to talk about when we come back, we're going to talk about a few items that you can actually use in the bedroom to help you with the vulnerability. We're going to actually see if you guys have ever used these tools. We'll tell you, everyone that's watching us. No, don't start now. This is where, hey, the real talk comes in. So everybody that's watching, so just for you guys to know, Sugarcoat's going to have two sections. The first is just going to be kind of like a dialogue between me and a special guest. But we do have an after hours part that we're actually going to go over and we're going to demonstrate items. So we're normally going to talk about, just wait until we come back. I'm not even gonna give that piece. And so, hey, we're gonna go to a break. So, hey, Chuck, AG, I will tell y'all, it has been a pleasure to have you guys to go back and forth and dialect a little bit. We should definitely do this again because I don't think that most men see it the way that you guys do. And hey, I will definitely try to, every guy that I know that needs to see your show, try to send them over every Thursday. So if you wanted to right now, give everybody, a little piece about your podcast that you got. Where can they find you? What day can they find you?
You got it,
Yes, sir. Go ahead, AG.
Man, hey, you know what it is. Hey, Big Money No Problems Talk podcast show. You can catch us live every Thursday, BMNP_ENT on Instagram. You know what I mean? Big Money No Problems Talk podcast on Facebook. You can email us at Big Money No Problems Talk Big Money No Problems Talk show on on YouTube. Sorry about that. I got discombobulated. A little discombobulated. Go ahead and take it over, Chuck.
Yeah, like you were saying, man, check us out. All platforms. The Big Money No Problem Solved podcast, man. You check us out on all platforms, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, man. You can check us out. We also, like I said, you can check us out on the social media, BMNP_ENT on IG, BMNP ENT on Twitter. Big Money No Problem Cast is at Gmail. If you want to reach out to us, man, we definitely gonna reach back out to you. We appreciate everything and all, you know what I'm saying, comments, critiques, everything. So hey man, support us, man. We still grinding. We got a lot more in store, you know what I'm saying? Websites coming, merchandise coming, y'all already know, man. So we appreciate everybody who's definitely keeping us motivated and moving. And we appreciate Miss Ava, man, for having us on here. Doing what we do, man, having this conversation.
And hey, I definitely got to thank my person on the back end. She know who she is. She's my assistant.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Her assistant. Hey, the vessel, I got to appreciate you. But to close the show, I do have one last question. AG, you can be like, damn, I thought she asked the crazy one, but this is the crazy one. Think back to when we was kids. We all did something crazy. So what is a kitchen item that you have used? It don't have to be a kitchen item. It could be a household item that you done played with back in the day. Deep one. Yeah.
That I play.
It could be a kitchen item. It could be a household item. Give me an object in your house. You as a little boy, you could be a grown person that you could just look at, you could touch, you could use to pleasure yourself.
Oh, damn. That's I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't think I've ever had. Outside of
a sock and some lotion.
Yeah. Outside of that, ain't that much more you can really talk about. Not for us.
No, you'll be surprised. So, hey, the men was actually the shocker in this next topic that I'm about to cover. So, we actually researched the top 10 items that people use to pleasure themselves. And so, I'll actually be reviewing those a little bit later, but I will tell you the first one is a glove. I know the mind is starting worrying, but hey, I am about to demonstrate what can you do with this glove. And I will tell you, this glove is unisex. This is not just a male. This is not just a female. There's something that a male could do with this glove. There's also something a female can do with this glove. That was your first item. Your next item is a spatula. That one kind of threw me, but a spatula was actually the number one. I actually believe that was number one. That was odd. But the next was a wooden spoon.
What is a man going to do with a spatula?
You'll see here shortly. You'll see. So the crazy look, you say the spatula, the crazier one was a wooden spoon. So I actually had to do a little research on that one because I was not familiar with the wooden spoon. That was a shocker to me. You have sugar. Sugar is also a unisex item that can be used for males and females.
Mm.
Biggest one, drum roll.
What's that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
Ice.
Ice,
So
I
the
can,
ice.
I can get with the ice.
I get with the ice.
Well, hey, you got to, what can you get with the ice? There's actually 5 tips that I'm about to go over to tell everybody what can you do to spice things in the bedroom with ice. So for everybody, it has been my pleasure. This is Real Talk, No Sugarcoat with Ava. We will be back next Saturday at 7 p.m. Please come join us. But if you want to continue this conversation, please see the link in the comment. Meet me on Teams and also our Roku channel. This is actually going to be a subscription. This is going to be a private conversation. I will tell you, Real Talk, No Sugarcoat, we're always going to be uncensored. But however, on the back end, this is where we get raw. We get nasty. There's no judgment. Hey, this is where our guests are actually going to come up. I'm going to ask you questions. Anybody that's watching us, if you ever use those items, please meet me because we're about to talk about it. We're about to demonstrate. We're about to talk about it. We're about to go over everything.
You know, use a wooden spoon or a spatula. I don't want to meet you.
So, but I will tell you, those items are more so for the females. But
okay.
I mean, just take a wild guess for a male.
I got an idea.
Again.
Yeah.
So again, you guys, it has been a pleasure. Chuck, AG, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
For having me. But you guys, now it's time for Real Talk, No Sugarcoat to get a little bit nasty. This has been my time. You guys, grand resting, grand rising. See you later.
Peace.
Peace.